We're back. Back for a break. Back for a break. Where is the page? There it is. Hello, everyone. We're back. Um, yeah, we were just where we were just now was, if I remember correctly, we burned out goblins. We burned them all out, except two of them, and they flew away like, in a British slapstick comedy on the back of a wyvern with their no pants hanging off and stuff like that. It was pretty funny.
I'd like you to mention the British slapstick comedy that mentions wyverns.
Yeah. The old
Like common.
The old
yeah.
Yeah, the old wyvern no pants gag.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it goes back in history, man. That thing's as old as
I'm
sin.
sure Monty Python might have done something along those lines. So
That's a Benny Hill all the way.
yeah.
It's just a bone wound. I'll be fine.
Oh dear. All right.
Yeah. Let's. So you guys are all kind of in a triad at the beginning of this clearing, at the one end of this clearing. The fire dying down. We can say you wait until it dies down, or perhaps you chase after the goblins. I'm not sure. Whatever you want to do.
Well, they're flying down a mountain, right? So there's just no way. That
They're
we can chase
wyverns
them.
moving very fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I look up and I turn to old John and Alistair and I'm like, good riddance. We won't be seeing them for a while.
Old John will say that was a smart move. I would never thought of that.
What,
The
to burn
fire,
them out? Oh, yeah, well, the wind was kicking up and looks like if I hadn't come through here in a while, I figured why not? Better than fighting those things, that's for damn sure. Speaking about fighting those things, do you want to go kick around their body, see if we can find anything important?
Lead the way.
All right.
John will look to Alistair and say, I know why you brought him now.
Yeah.
He's an ideas man.
Yeah. I'm here for the
I'd
ideas.
certainly like to try and find out what they were doing here,
It looked religious of nature, maybe.
and the fact that it involved the wyverns speaks of greater importance.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So I guess we'll go and approach the site.
Are the wyverns in the cages dead, out of curiosity?
Nope, they are singed and close. They are dying. How about that?
I want to walk up to the cages. I want to spit on them and walk away.
Oh,
When the spit lands on their scales, it sizzles.
Good stuff. It's like, I can grow to love that smell.
They will bark at you and hiss at you.
Jesus.
Well, you can sit in the cage all you want, you monstrous monsters, and no one's coming to save you now. And I walk over and I guess I walk over back to the group, wherever they're heading into the center, I guess, to work out what's
Yeah, in
happening.
the center, perhaps.
Yeah.
I'm walking around the dais, inspecting the charred bodies of the goblins.
Mm-hmm. The char buddies of whom are fairly burned completely. They are, yeah. I mean, there's not much meat left.
Oof.
Yeah.
That hot, huh? All right. Did they have is their clothing all burnt off as well?
Yeah, pretty much. The one goblin's short sword perhaps could be repaired. It's just kind of charred a bit, but it's hot. But it's usable if you'd like. The other goblin's daggers likewise.
Well,
Because they're 16.
I have no interest in any of this crap for the most part, but in terms of their do they have anything else around them at all? Was there any sort of bags or anything like that?
Funny you should
Well,
mention
more
that.
accurately, is there any residue of anything left over? I think that'd be a more accurate assumption.
Well, there was these high-level spells you burnt, the bag of holding that's now destroyed.
Oh, that was-
The as you kind of move about to inspect the ruins and the shelves and rooms thereof, old John we'll call Alistair over. He says, look at these markings here, Alistair.
All right, I'll come over and observe what he's. Yeah.
These are the markings of our goddess, Senamio, goddess of agriculture. You see, they're like little symbols, etchings in the stone of sheaves of wheat and bushels of, or rather, bales of hay.
Hmm.
So I want to walk
I
over
might,
to them while they're doing this. Like, does he say that out loud?
He says it's kind of more to Alistair as you're looking for a bag.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure, yeah.
And,
All right, I'll take a step back and I might do the anthropology. Now that we're like closer to the ruins, I might take that information and see if I can do a roll to see if I can determine anything about the ruins.
Okay.
All right. I think that's just another. Yeah, it is, isn't it?
That'll succeed. Yeah. Oh, what is that? 18? No.
Even
Damn,
closer, you have no
why'd I
idea.
roll?
I don't have my eyeglasses on.
When I need low rolls, I get high. When I need high rolls, I get low. It's just like, what's going on?
All right. So what he says is true, though, and you know this because you do have agriculture, and you grew up in that community, and so this perhaps was another church of the same goddess.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Walzer, looking around like on the stage and around the back of the stage, kind of fallen into a crevice forgotten, is a leather satchel.
Booyah! Loot. Good stuff. Alright.
The leather satchel, when shaken out, there are two, basically, I guess idols is a word that I would use to basically miniaturized things. One of which is made of stone. It looks to be a stone mace that's about 6 inches long.
Made out of stone.
Made out of completely of stone. The other thing is a fist-sized gem, or made to look like a gem, made to look like a diamond, but it's fashioned of copper. Like it's you're not really sure what it could be used for, but most likely it's probably something.
Okay.
And that's what's in the satchel.
Is the bag any good?
Average quality.
Is it? And it's only big enough to hold these two things?
No, it can hold more stuff.
All right. Well, I'll keep the bag, and I'll walk over to the other two gents, and I sort of thrust the stuff in. And it's like, maybe these things will make a little more sense to you guys.
I want to mention the bag also has the crudely painted symbol of a red hand on it.
Ugh. Can I wash it off? Is it just like paint, buddy paint or something?
It seems pretty well on there. You could try to scrub it off, but not with anything you got with you.
All right. Well, maybe I'll just toss it back into the soot.
The ruins, okay?
I'll throw it at the wyverns.
Sure.
No, I won't do that. I'm ignoring those foul beasts. Yep. So what was this?
Right,
what was the gem color, by the way, out of curiosity?
It was made of copper, so it was copper colored.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
It was a chunk of copper fashioned to look like a diamond.
Oh, okay, I get you now. Right, I thought it was like a gem inside of a. Okay,
No,
yep.
It's copper made to look like a diamond.
Alright, well,
oddly enough, such a thing you've never seen before.
I'll take yet another anthropology check, even though I seem to be not being able to do anything, but might as well. And take a look at what these could conceivably mean.
These items, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Damn! You fucking nailed that
okay.
one.
So it was saving up. Okay, so we're just saving it all up.
Yeah, saving it up. Okay, so we'll put a mark by anthropology. We'll roll to see if that increases at the end. So basically the chunk of copper made to look like a diamond. As far as you can tell, doesn't have anything to do with goblin kind. The the 6-inch stone mace, however, is a symbol and like holy symbol of a deity of the goblin pantheon, Maglubiet.
You getting that down, Luke?
Yep.
Cool.
Okay, second, I gotta open a document right fast about the other gym. So perhaps a stone, perhaps a holy symbol, perhaps just a little piece of art, perhaps,
Is it very heavy?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, what kind of stone is it made
it's
out
not
of?
particularly heavy. It's not very heavy stone. No.
Okay. So if I
Uh,
threw it at something, it would break, or if I could easily like snap like the smallest part of my fingers if I tried to.
I wouldn't go that far, but yeah, if you threw it at something or dropped it off a
So
building.
it's not like chalk condensity or whatever it is.
No, it's a rock. Yeah.
Okay, alright, yeah, sure.
However, yeah, here we go. The piece of copper that's fashioned into a diamond. This is one of the things you know. This for anthropology is that there's one race of humanoids that love gems more than anything else, and and that would be the gnomes. Okay, every type of gnome, and every community of gnome has a certain gem for which they have a great affinity for, and the diamond is just always associated with the rock gnomes.
What's his face was a halfling, right?
Who Murray?
Thistle burrows.
Dissabaros, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And I don't know, Luke, you have your camera off, I guess.
Is my camera off?
I mean, it's not for me.
Oh,
It's weird.
sorry. Yeah, for some reason I couldn't see it. Oh well, doesn't matter.
That's interesting. All right, so I wonder what the halflings will be doing. Oh, I wonder what the goblins will be doing with this copper diamond. I mean, that's for rock gnomes. Well, at least rock gnomes love diamonds, and
Are you saying this out loud?
yeah, I am.
And not only that, they're great smiths. They're artists. If some people were gonna make something like this, it would be rock gnomes.
I'm like picking my teeth, and I'm like, you know what's more interesting is that he was riding one of those bloody dragon things, and it seemed to like, be friendly with him, of all things.
Yeah, I saw how it attempted to collect its master. It's very, very interesting.
Old John has made his way over to the other side of the clearing, and he'll say, "I think there's something up farther this way."
All right, we'll
We'll mosey on over.
Have you still got that? Have you still got the bag?
I
on
pick
you,
it up
or
out of the
throw it?
dust, and I sort of lob it at Alistair. It's like, you can have it. It's a disgusting looking thing.
All right, I'll catch it and then put the two items back in the bag. Might as well keep the bag of myself. Who knows? The red hand thing could come in handy or not.
All right.
Anyway, so we'll head on. At least I'll start heading on over to where old John is.
Okay.
There you go, Luke. Just throw that on your thing.
All right, and those things weigh at most about 5 pounds together, with the satchel and all that. But anywho, so old John and you two basically turn a corner and continue along the path, and basically a straight shot to kind of northwest westerly direction. You begin to see, or you begin to, like, there are little round rocks, little round boulders that have tumbled into the pathway, and the further you get, the more there are, and eventually you get to a kind of, well, it looks like the path was supposed to continue further on, but a rock slide has prevented passage this way. And it's created a sort of box canyon where you have kind of stone walls on each side, about 100 feet, or rather 50 feet wide, and it goes forward, and diagonally cutting across it is this rock slide.
Can I do a trouble sense check? Because this looks suspicious as fuck.
Yes, but you may need another bit of information. At the top of the rock slide, basically up the tumble down of rocks, is the mouth to a cave, a big cave. Almost as if the mountain collapsed and revealed this cave.
Okay, so it definitely doesn't look like a man-made ambush or anything like that.
Certainly not. It looks natural. The cave as well seems natural. Nothing seems supernatural about it.
Okay, and is there a... How long ago does it look like this happened, out of curiosity?
Well, Alistair, you would previously before you. Well, I guess you were gone. Old John will pipe up and he will say, about a few months ago, or no, not a few months, a few weeks ago, right before the creature started to come, there's quite the earthquake.
Do you think that they come
Hmm.
from this? And I point up to the gaping hole, and I'm like, do you think they come from something like this? I mean, it seems pretty
I can't
significant
imagine.
Where
event.
Do you
might
think?
take a look around. Is
You,
there any sign of animal life or something like that?
let's say old John says, you'd think we'd see one further up here if they live here. I mean, well, how many have we seen? 12, 15?
We just saw
Hmm.
3 before, and 3 in town, and 1 on the way to your town. So maybe they were all in there. Maybe it was like a hibernation thing for them. Maybe they were born in there, and maybe they've only just come out. So maybe the landslide just gave them an opening to come out of this way. Maybe the cave leads in a different direction on the other side of the mountain.
Hmm.
That's a lot of maybes.
I'll give you that trouble sense check.
Sure. Trouble sense is just normal. Boom, nailed it.
Yeah. So Walzer, you get a bad feeling about this as something happens. The sun, as it's been rising, it's about midday. It's about high in the sky. At this point, the peak of this mountain that the cave protrudes from or comes from, the sun is behind it, right? Okay, from where you're standing, your vantage point, the view of the sun is being blocked by this mountain. However, when you come up and as you stand there and kind of work through these maybes, well, maybe this, maybe that, and as Alistair walks about, maybe Alistair, you say you were kind of looking around.
Yeah, I'm just seeing if there's any if animals have been coming in and out of here. There could be, maybe like a spare scale floating around, or even excrement. Who knows?
Certainly, yes. Actually, yeah, I'll give you that too. You find several splintered scales of a red color.
Hmm.
Secondly, the sun makes its way out from behind the, it kind of peaks its edge out from behind the mountain and shines light on where you are. And Walzer, you see something in the tumble down of rocks, and it's not a rock, but it's almost the color of a rock, and or from where you are, it looks kind of like a rock, but it's actually an orb, and looks like a glass orb about the size of bigger than your head, about
Is it easy to get at? Can I get at it?
11 feet up off the ground.
Can I
And
poke at it with my stick, with my Lucerne?
Yes, you can, but as you make your way over there, your trouble sense also gives you this. When the sun hits the orb, you hear, kind of in your soul, a humming sound coming from the orb. Not like it's calling to you, but that it's reacting to the sunlight.
Is it is it kind of like this, like a nice sound, or is it like a? Does it give me eerie feelings?
Gives you, you,
Oh,
you sense trouble.
Okay, all right.
yeah, it's coming from your trouble sense, so I don't think it'd probably be a good thing.
Hmm. Let's see.
But yeah, Alistair, you find some actually red scales that are actually about as big as your hand.
Gee. All right, I'll pick that up and I'll
Kind of actually more of a rust color is kind of more what we're talking about.
All right, yeah, and I'll kind of show it to old John and Walzer as well. Walzer's a bit away, so I'll kind of get his attention by going like, "Hey, take a look at this," kind of thing, and like holding it up.
And I'm like, hey, look at that.
I'll look over and I'll see the I guess I'll see the orb. I'm thinking, geez, that's really weird.
It's the sun's hitting it. It's reacting. So I don't know. Maybe magical types.
Reacting? How?
Yeah, it's humming.
Humming? I don't hear anything.
And as the sun continues to move its way out from behind the mountain, Alistair, you two begin to hear This humming
Okay.
sound, and it actually kind of progresses into a tone.
All right.
Is it a tone that I would know?
Well, a tone like a humming like a musical note almost,
It's a single note.
like a single
Yeah.
note, like a I don't know how you describe it, like a.
Can I match
Yeah.
it?
Sure, you can actually with your singing. Yes.
Yeah, I wish to match it.
Okay. Well, go ahead.
There you go.
Nailed it. All right. What happens next?
Does it react at all to it?
To your singing? No.
No. All right. Just all right. I was like, well, I'm out of ideas. How about we get this thing down out of the tree?
It's not in a tree. It's in.
Oh, sorry, the rocks.
It's in a
Sorry.
rock pop.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's okay.
Let's get a
Alright.
little closer and take a look at it. It's interesting. But
Okay,
be warned, I got a small knot in my stomach, but I think we can't ignore it all the same.
All right.
And normally my stomach
I
is pretty
will-
good.
Let's see. I might get out. Seeing. I'm like, so what made it react? Like, I'll ask you.
The sun.
All right. Well, we don't know whether or not that humming's good or bad, so I'll take my my oiled tarp, like the tatty old thing, and I'll kind of pass it up to you and like, here, you can use that to cover it, because yeah, we don't know what'll happen if we take it out and the sun hits it all the way. So
You and my brother are both paranoid. I'll walk up and I'll try and take it, just with my hands.
Okay.
I remember and then I'll turn. I remember I had an old saying that one of my teachers said, there's old wizards, there's bold wizards, but there's no old bold wizards.
And I am neither old nor wizard. And I'll pick it up.
Well, all right then.
All right. Fair enough. As the sun continues to hit the ore continues to sing a tone, and eventually a mist begins to come forth from the orb.
What
It
color is it?
is a green mist.
Menacing. How close am I to the orb?
How close do you want to be to the orb?
Well, I would hope that I would be close enough to like touch it by now, but
Sure. You're there.
all right. And
When you get close enough to the orb, do you touch it,
yes,
or do you hear something you hear something specifically? Only you. Okay.
okay. Do you want to message it to me? I hear that.
Yeah.
Damn.
And then I was a wyvern. No. All right. Well then. Okay. So what is it? Is it clear? Is the orb clear?
It's almost like a pearl. It's that kind of translucency,
All right.
or I mean, opacity.
So if I keep my hand on it, does the sound continue?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I pick it up.
Angrily, in fact.
I pick it up, and then I want to throw it as hard as I can onto the ground.
Yeah, the mist is getting darker and fuller and everything. You take the orb and you throw it to the ground.
Yeah. Like, if I can, I want to throw it, like, sort of away from me down a mountain as hard as I can onto, like, a flat surface.
Okay?
Yeah.
Down to where Alistair is on the ground.
Well, not next to him, if at all possible, but if it's on the same plane, then yeah, I'll do that.
Right. You do so. The orb lands on the ground. A crack forms on the outside of it, and you guys and everybody here, is Old John included.
All right.
I keep going. That's my favorite one. It's the third one.
This thing, thing might be an egg or something. Let's just destroy it.
But when from Alistair, from this point, there's nothing inside. It's just it was just an orb. It's like a giant pearl. However, something else happens. You hear kind of a cough from within the cave, up there, up basically in the cave mouth, a throaty, loud cough, and then coming forth from the cave, you see a red giant reptilian monstrosity, which is pictured here.
Wait,
Oh,
was the
good
cough
lord.
like? Was it?
It's like,
Okay.
it's like